I want to take a couple minutes to talk about travel insurance. This is something you always want to consider when you're booking your trips, whether it's domestic or international, because this insurance is going to cover. I'm going to go into some of the coverages here in a little bit, but it protects your investment for your travel. You want to look at the separately purchased policies. You don't want to necessarily say, yeah, I want the trip protection that the cruise company is selling me. What you're going to find is that you're going to get greater coverage at an equal to or cheaper rate than what you're going to get if you buy it through, say, a cruise line. Your insurance rates and coverages, they're going to vary by state, so the policies are dependent upon where you live. So if you're traveling with someone, you're both probably going to have separate policies, and one of you might pay a little bit more. You might have different coverages, so that's something to know going in. If you're cruising during hurricane season, you want to make sure that you have your policy purchased before there's a named storm in the region you're sailing. Once that happens, then if there is any cancellation because of the storm, insurance isn't going to cover that. And you also want to make sure that you buy your insurance within 14 days of making your initial deposit to make sure that you get coverage for any pre-existing conditions that you might have. Also, it helps your travel agent, your travel advisor, get you a proper quote for your insurance. If you include the cost of your airfare, hotels, and cruises, that way it makes sure that the insurance covers all of your prepaid travel. Some of the things insurance is going to cover is trip cancellation, trip delays, depending on the type of policy. It could be a 3-hour delay. It could be a 5-hour delay when they start compensating you for this. Delayed baggage, your medical coverage, your insurance that you have through your employer, something like that, typically isn't going to work overseas unless you have a special rider or something with your that insurance. So you want to make sure you have that. And plus, your insurance typically is not going to cover you on a cruise. You're in international waters. You're not in a country. I have a story that I'll post about that, something that happened in the last few months with a passenger on Royal. And emergency medical transportation, if you need to be flown back to your home from an international location or on a cruise ship, that can be very expensive because it's not your normal plane ticket. So these insurance policies will cover that, and they do have a very healthy amount of coverage that comes with these policies. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. We can discuss this. We can set up a phone call to discuss the importance of having the travel insurance. And like I said, I'm going to post a couple of articles in the comments so that you can read up on those and see why getting this is important when you do book and plan your travel.